That's way too loud.
We don't want to scare anyone.
Don't be fucking weird.
Her.
Don't be fucking weird.
Don't be fucking weird.
Don't be fucking weird.
Don't be fucking weird.
Hosted by the funniest two people I know.
Don't be fucking weird. Don't be fucking.
Don't be fucking weird with your host, Kale and Sydne.
All right.
Hello.
Give it up. Give it up. Give it up.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Happy Monday when you guys are listening to us.
But today is Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I am Kale.
I'm Sydney, and this is episode 3 of Don't Be Fucking Weird.
Don't be fucking weird. We're coming at you live from a different studio. We're actually in Ridgewood, Brooklyn, Queens, whatever borough we're in right now. We're in a different space.
Somewhere off the BQE, not
Yeah.
sure.
I'm feeling a little tired today too. So I'm
Same.
just
I
like,
almost canceled. I
I
was
know.
like, it's raining. Let's do it tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
Today our topic this week is gonna be about
Marijuana, Mary Jane, the Devil's Lettuce.
our relationships with it and how it's changed over the years and where it's at now, kind of thing.
When we first started smoking it, how it's weird, how it makes us feel.
How we've all probably smoked out of plastic,
Yeah.
metal, apples,
aluminum.
mangoes, you fucking name it.
Yeah, exactly.
But before that, we're gonna do our little weekly recaps for y'all.
Yeah, what were we doing this week? We
Set
were
the
hanging out.
scene. Yeah, we were hanging out. My week for the most part was pretty mellow, except for Saturday.
Yeah, mine was also pretty mellow. I went on a date on Friday, and then on Saturday I worked and hung out with my friend Steven and got a little text message from you being like, hey, I know we're supposed to, it didn't go like this, but it was like, I'm fucked up. And I was like, all right, well, we're supposed to be hanging out right now. So
Yeah, I have to tell anytime I'm fucked up, I have to let everybody know. I want to FaceTime them. I want to text them. I like
Hey,
also
let me-
am with my friends that I'm with. I was excited to see the friends I was with, and I was hanging out with them. And then I'm always like, you know what would be more fun is if all my friends were here together. Like, we're
Exactly.
all together.
Hey, let's get the whole crew back together. All right.
So I'm like, I have to FaceTime everyone right now.
I need you guys to meet, and you guys to meet, and you guys to meet. Let me.
I'm like, y'all would get along so well.
You are connecting everyone. That's definitely one of your love languages is telling people that you're fucked up. So I get a text from you saying, "Hey, I'm fucked up." I'm like, "All right, Steven, I guess
At
I'm
like
gonna
4
go."
p.m.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go hang out with this bitch now and get a FaceTime call like, "Hey, come here," and like I'm like, I don't know, I'm like on my sober shit recently, so I didn't know if I had to like catch up. And my ass starts looking at the weather. I'm like,
When you look at the weather, you don't want to go somewhere.
I'm
You're like,
like,
fuck, if that's my last excuse.
looks like in about 20 to 40 minutes it's gonna start raining.
You're like, it's
so
a 37% chance in this area. The humidity's at 3 today.
And
I don't know if I can
what
make
day is it today? I might have to take the M train, but it doesn't really run that often. So
You're finding any excuse you can to bail, but I'm persistent.
yeah, you were persistent. I was laying in bed. You said, "Get up,"
Like, get the fuck up.
and I was like, "Okay, listen."
I'm like, it's springtime, bitch.
I'm very easily swayed, so I was like, "All right, I'll go." It's Saturday night. I'm trying to party.
It's Saturday and it's spring, and the sun was out for the first time, and it was daylight savings abolishment
Oh my
weekend.
god, abolishment weekend.
So we had to celebrate.
Yeah, absolutely. We always have reasons to celebrate.
And that was on Saturday. I was like planning on not being fucked up at all. I was like, I'm gonna go to this birthday party, like, stop by, see everyone, what's up, and then I'm gonna go home. And like this whole weekend, all I basically did besides that was watch animal documentaries. And I was like, on Saturday, that's all I'm gonna do too. And then
and that went really well for you, yeah.
yeah, I think I still watched documentary when I got home, honestly. But
Just inebriated this time around.
woke up in like a leather skirt and like no top with like fucking Animal Planet on in the background. I was like, what happened?
So I meet up with you in Manhattan, which you thought was you were in
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, the whole night I thought I was in Brooklyn.
And you're texting to here and being like, "Hey, we should link up later." And he's like, "Okay, cool. Like, where are you?" You're like, "I'm in Brooklyn."
Yeah, this guy I've been like seeing. I'm like, yeah, Like we had like very loose. I don't even know if we had plans in my head.
You
we
had plans
did.
with me and to here,
And
double booking.
I had plans with everyone. I want everyone to be together. And so I'm like, yeah, like let's hang out, whatever. And he's like, okay, just let me know when you're in Manhattan. I'm like, oh, I don't know when that's gonna happen. And I
Gotta take the M train.
I'm dropping my location, and he's like, you're a block away from me. You're in Manhattan, and I'm like,
Am I?
Thank you.
I feel crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on right at that point, but that was literally at 4 p.m. on
Yeah.
Saturday.
I meet up with you. I see people on the Peloton. I was like, let me get on there. I had a Red Bull. I was like, I don't know if I should bring some drinks or something. I was like, everybody
like
seemed fucked up already.
Yeah, it was,
So I was like,
it was
okay.
like this at this point. It was like 8.
It was about 110 degrees in that apartment. I got there. I was wearing a
don't remember.
turtleneck, and I was like, girl, it's hot in here.
I'm like
Everywhere I
wearing
go-
all leather and a turtleneck too, and I was probably sweating. I don't know.
Everywhere I go, I'm always like, it's so hot in here.
Yes, you are.
I just
You're
run
like in
hot.
menopause.
I'm like, my face is always red. People are like, you good? I'm like, I'm hot. Brian at the party is like, all right, this is like an after party thing. He's like, we're all going to Amity Hall. And I was like, what the fuck is that? A concert hall? Like, what are we seeing, Odessa tonight?
I went on a date there.
That is embarrassing.
But I didn't remember. I thought we were in Brooklyn this whole time.
I know, still thought we were in
Yeah.
Brooklyn. So I was like, okay, cool, call the Uber. And you don't remember that, but we were singing Eminem because we are
Yeah.
from Florida. So we're like, you know, it's like someone comes up to you with a gun to your head, like, sing every
They're like,
lyric
you have
to
30
lose yourself.
Yeah, you have 30 seconds to sing "Lose Yourself" or your whole family's gonna die. You're like, I'll see my family in 30 seconds.
Okay, perfect. Tell him that I'm coming. So
Tell them
yeah,
I'll be right
we
there.
get to Amity Hall and we just immediately start networking. We're like, yeah,
The frat brothers.
I was like a little drunk by that
Frat
point.
brothers in Christ.
In Christ. And I was like, okay, first things first, where are the French fries? And second of all, everyone needs to know what the fuck we're on.
And I'm like, tequila soda. I'm like, is anyone giving me a shot of tequila yet?
Yeah, the guy we rode in the Uber with did.
I know.
We didn't even know his name.
I couldn't, if there was a lineup of 3 people and they were like, choose any gender of people, I could not tell you who this person was.
One is non-binary, one is a male, one is a female. And
I
we're like,
had no idea who this person was.
Gender
That
is
was
a
with
playground.
us.
I'm not really sure. It could be anyone, but no, that guy was really nice, and he
was
bought us
really
all a round of
nice.
drinks, and that was. I mean, you didn't need any more after that.
I think I'm the only one that took a shot with him, though.
Yes, you did.
So, yes,
And it
that's
went
what I was
down a
told.
little slow.
It did? Did I
Yes,
gag?
You did gag.
Oh, that sucks. I'm surprised I didn't throw up.
It's okay. You're a little champion. Sydney was trying to find me a husband at Amity Hall, which I found very embarrassing. I was like,
Yeah, I'm
I was like,
sorry.
"Psst, Mom, stop. You're like, hey, you want to be her husband?
I'm like, hey.
Hey, you come here. They're like pointing at people, like pointing your finger, like, hey, you come here.
Did they come over?
They did. It was like 2 guys sitting like on either side of me, and they were like, yeah, what's up? I was like, not you. I mean, they were very nice. I enjoyed like hanging out with them, but definitely
Not the justification.
just in case that they listen, because we networked our podcast.
I don't remember.
But,
Did they follow us on Instagram?
The one guy that I was like, who I thought was very funny, was talking to me, and I was like, you can follow me on Instagram. He brings up my Instagram, goes to the
Yeah, you
bikini
told me
selfie,
that.
and double like taps it, and looks me in the eye the entire time.
I don't know if
I looked at him and I said,
I don't,
ew.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And then I was like, let's get an Uber home, and I Ubered us home.
And we tried to fight the Uber driver on the way home, apparently. Because under his breath, he said something about...
Unfortunately, we were drunk, so we got into the Uber with no masks on, and he just was like,
we're pieces of shit.
hey, let's not cut ourselves short.
Hey.
Hey, we are.
Hey, libtards!
Hey, you libtards.
Hey, libtards, don't judge us!
We got into the Uber, and he's like, you don't wear masks. And we were like, what's that? We came in with, like, guns out. We said, what's that? And he's like, and he's like, what do I do about mask? And I go, I've done this before, unfortunately.
I know, I've gotten in
I have a
fights
very
with them
good rating
too.
on Uber. I have to justify again. But I was like, hey, we can get out right now and, like, call another Uber. He's like, no, it's fine. And Sydney goes, yeah, we always fight with our Uber drivers. And Tahir's like, hey, guys, let's just get home. Come on.
He's a champion.
I know. He hung tough this
I'm
weekend.
surprised that him and I I'm surprised that we hung out again after this because that
He's
would
an angel for that.
He is an angel.
And you know who was also an angel who didn't deserve how we treated them? The Uber driver.
Oh, every Uber driver. and Dermot.
I always tip, so.
How do you say his name? Dermot.
Dermot. He thought our accents were plastic.
Yeah.
That's an exact
Sorry,
quote.
yeah, sorry if we were mean or offended anybody last week.
Hey, do you want to make a disclaimer?
No, that's all I'm going to say about it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you don't have to go any farther than you
I'm
don't want to
I'm
go.
not giving
Yeah.
a notes app apology. I'm going to just say sorry, we warned you.
I think that is excellent. That's all you need to say.
Yeah, we're allowed to have opinions.
We're allowed to have
That's what we're here
opinions.
for.
We're allowed to talk a little shit
And we're not holding you against your will to listen to us. So.
Exactly. You
But
can
if you do, like,
just
love
shut
it.
the screen off.
Just shut the fuck up.
Turn your
Don't
headphones off.
complain.
Bury
let us
bury your head
bitch
in the
about our
sand.
day. It's Women's International History Achievement Appreciation Month, whatever the fuck.
What? All the words.
It's Women's Month or something.
Hey, give us
What
a
is it?
break, man.
Come on, it's misogynistic to say that we're mean this month. We're allowed. We have periods.
And I'm queer, so it's a hate crime too.
We're coming out here with every.
Oh, you don't like it when women
fucking-
talk? Oh, you don't like
so
it?
it's because we're bitchy now.
Oh, okay. Oh, what are we on our periods? And we just gotta talk a little shit. Anyway,
That's
let's continue to
I
talk
was on my
shit.
period though.
oh, did you need some chocolate?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go into it.
Oh my god.
So this week we're on. Well, that was basically our week.
Yeah, that was basically our week.
I redid my room once, and I literally watched animal documentaries like all week.
That sounds so lovely.
It's kind of
You connected with me Sunday morning, and I think you connected with me at Land to Sea, and you were still a little.
I was drunk all day Sunday. I don't know what I was on. Oh, well, Eric and I were mixing orange wine and tequila as cocktails with like a splash
Classic.
of like San Pellegrino and like a squeeze of lime or something. And oh my god, Eric described it as lethal.
It
And I was
sounds
like,
nasty in retrospect, but
No.
I'm sure it tasted really, really good.
it was so good. And I think I don't know. I think I only gave it to like 2 other people, but was like, oh, this is good. And I'm like, that's gonna get you fucked up.
nummy.
But yeah, I was drunk all day on Sunday. We had like so many carbs. It was so good.
We spent all day on Monday just outside soaking up the sun. It was absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That was the highlight of my week, is sitting in the sun.
I had so much coffee. I had so much water. I felt like really energized. It was amazing.
Yeah, so that was our whole week.
That was our whole week. Thanks for
So-
listening. I guess that's it for today.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you use our fucking hotline that we
Hey,
have and
come
text us
on.
about yours?
Exactly. How about you tell us how much...
Yours, hey, come on. Look how
Hey.
mean.
Hey, come on.
Why don't you guys tell us? Whoa! Why don't you guys tell us about your weeks? That's what we're here for.
Why don't you tell us what the sun does for you when you're out in
Why
the
don't you
sun?
tell us anything?
What?
Y'all are
why aren't
shy.
You, hey, why aren't you talking to us?
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah. I just really want to hear from you. Miss you.
I miss you
Let's start
guys.
talking about our topic, which is weed.
The ganja.
This is weed. Pot. Mary bitch of the king.
Mary Jane.
That is what to do to your brain. So, what is your relationship with weed currently in life, right now, present day, Sydney, smoking weed? What's going on?
So,
Tell me about it.
so currently I'm dabbling. We're in like in a relationship world. We're in like a friends with benefits stage.
Okay, a little
like
sexy.
a booty call kind of situation. Like
Yeah,
we're cool. We're
But-
not dating.
but she gives you the ick sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, holy shit, that is not it. But other times I'm like, oh, that was cool. Like I fell asleep and everything.
Oh, that was cool.
Everything on Twitter was so funny, and like I've tweeted this probably 3 times now, and I wake up the next morning and delete it because I'm like, is everyone being so funny tonight, or am I just like learning how to smoke weed? I can't tell because like I go in
I just
such
hear that.
phases.
Is everyone being so funny
No,
tonight, or is it just me
it's-
being so high?
It's me sitting there with like fucking Vaseline, like my face greased up in Vaseline, like on my phone, just dying, like.
Oh, that sounds really lovely, actually.
And like in the darkest corner of my room, and I'm like, I'm like,
Cackling.
God, all these people are so funny.
You guys are so hilarious.
So I've been trying to get back into it, and then it's kind of hard, though. When I first started smoking weed, I had, really bad experiences. Like, I'm not an anxious person in general, and
Yeah.
I think when I smoke, it makes me so anxious. I'm like,
Mhm.
I have a
I'm like-
stalker. I'm like, my Bluetooth is...
I'm snapping because I'm like, you are preaching to the choir right now.
I think every single piece of technology is listening to me. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't respond to this text 3 weeks ago. I'm such a piece of shit. I'm like, oh my God,
They don't like me anymore.
Yeah, I'm like, it's too late now.
What am I doing with my life?
I go crazy. Yeah, so I've gotten a little better. I'm like microdosing weed.
Slowly but surely, we are becoming a pothead.
Yeah, I'm trying to be Sydney the Stoner. Sid Stoner 420.
Bust out the huff socks, my girl.
You know I got them on deck.
You're wearing them right now. You're high right now.
Yo, I'm so fucking baked right now.
You're not baked.
Do people still say that? I don't
Let's go eat a bowl of Captain Crunch.
know. God.
Let's go watch weird shit on the internet.
Yeah, I don't really do that. I just don't know. I just go on Twitter, and I mean, it's a good
You
relationship
just do
though.
your facial routine.
Yeah, it makes me fall asleep, and
Aw.
yeah, it's nice. It takes me a lot to smoke with somebody.
Where have you come from your journey? Like, where did you start? What age?
I started probably, I don't know, sometime before I could drive, probably like 14-ish. I don't know. I could be lying.
And you were
so-
smoking mids. You were smoking salvia, spice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I was
spice.
given synthetic weed, and that's also probably what started out my relationship so rocky. You know, it's like
Oh
when
my
your parents
God.
get divorced. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Like
It's
I
like
would
a
know
divorce.
about that.
That's how you see relationships.
I guess I can
That was-
put myself in your shoes because your parents are divorced, but not to brag, but mine are still together.
So I was like, damn, I don't want to fuck with that. I was like, commitment
What
issues
a-
with weed.
What a great introduction to weed.
So yeah, I don't know. It was I went through phases. The only time I can remember really smoking I was like, damn, I smoke weed. Like, like looking back, like I've only bought weed I think once ever in my life, and that was like I met this guy at the mall, and I
Yes,
like get into
classic.
his Mustang, and I'm like,
DeSoto Mall.
yeah, no, it was at university actually.
Oh wait, UTC Mall.
Yeah, UTC, and
Oh my
yeah, I get in his
God.
like red Mustang, and like I'm sitting there like we're doing a drug deal. It's my brother's friend, and
You're like, I don't know anyone else.
yeah, and I was doing this like Whole30 diet where you basically like you're cutting out like all the shit, and like alcohol was one of the things.
You're
and
like, let me switch a vice here really quick.
yeah, I was like, oh fuck yeah, I cannot drink alcohol. It's like
Skinny winning.
yeah, I'm like time to. But then that's when I was like making the weirdest food combinations. Like I was because you can't eat like certain foods, and I was getting so hungry because I was smoking
Yeah.
more.
And you were on this like yo-yo diet.
Yeah, and I was living with my dad at the time. I had just like gone through a breakup or something, and I like moved back in with my dad for a little bit. So I was smoking in my car, and then I'd come
Mhm.
inside, and I was making like baked mango with
Oh
like
hell no.
melted peanut butter on it because you
Oh
can't
my
have like.
God. Trigger warning.
Yeah, that was the only time I was really a pothead.
You're like, I'm a chef, I'm a pothead, I'm a stoner, I'm a midnight toker.
I'm like I can do it all.
I've got every little asset along. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? But since then, yeah, it's gotten better. I'm doing it in small doses. I don't fuck with edibles. The last time I took one at like 5 a.m, and I was supposed to go to a Broadway play with my family the next morning, and I think it like hit me late or something, and I wake up at like 9 o'clock and I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even open my eyes. This was like actually pretty recently.
Oh,
Embarrassingly
really?
enough,
Okay.
yeah. I fell asleep. Not even that. I like as soon as we get to the Broadway play, I realized that these are like grown theater kids from like my high school, like as adults.
Thespians.
Yes. And I start cracking up, and I was like, I need to go the fuck to
Oh,
sleep right
You're
now.
like, I think they're being like ironic or something. Like,
Yeah.
this has to be fake,
I
or
I was just like, this is a lot. Like, I was like,
this is very extra.
yeah. And so then I'm like sitting there, and my like mom's like, shut up, and I was like, okay. And then I just fell asleep I couldn't even tell you what I saw.
When you start laughing, you get on a little kick, and I'm like, I have to like do mom mode to like pinch you, like stop.
Oh, especially when I'm not supposed to be laughing.
It's hard not like to stop laughing when
It's
you're like,
so hard.
oh my
And
goodness.
it's like when you're supposed to be quiet is the times when I'm like, that shit's so funny that
gotta
I'm
be-
supposed to be quiet right
and,
now.
And when you're supposed to be sober, you're the most fucked up.
Exactly. I can't follow the rules. That's like a pattern in my entire life.
You're so brave.
I'm such a fucking rebel.
You're
Just like I came out the womb on the wrong end.
That's why you live in New York City, because you don't follow the rules, homegirl.
I'm a rule breaker. That's why I don't smoke weed.
I flick off the cops, okay? That's an ick.
Yes. Or fuck 12. Driving by.
You're like on a date with a guy and he just goes, yeah, fuck 12. Yeah,
Oh
what
my-
are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Get arrested for being a drug dealer.
You
That's
fucking pigs.
PTSD.
Yeah, I hate cops too, but I'm not an idiot.
What is your relationship right now with weed?
Oh my god. So
You
I
smoking or what,
okay,
bitch?
so if hey, you want to toke together sometime?
Hey, you trying to hit this?
Hell no, because my relationship, if we were talking about it as like dating culture, we have each other blocked. She's not even reaching out to me on email
I was
at this
about to
point.
say she's not in your email, Visco, Snapchat DMs.
No, she's not even making fake accounts at this point. She's just like
Damn.
she wants nothing
Y'all
to do
gave
with
up
me.
on each other.
Exactly. I don't
Okay.
want anything to do with her. We are done. She's toxic to me because like I don't remember the last time that I smoked weed, but I've just like had, I don't know, I had like a bad experience when I live in Atlanta. My relationship right now with it is basically like I don't remember the last time that I smoked, but whenever I do, I just start getting like I feel I'm also not an anxious person. I'm very like love to talk, like love to be out in the world, love to like see people, like whatever.
Yeah, you're not like
connect.
shy.
Yeah, not at all.
Or
But
I don't even know if that's a synonym for
when
anxious.
when I smoke weed, I become the most paranoid, anxious. Like I feel
Do you get like self-conscious?
I get super self-conscious. Like I feel really dirty. I
Me
don't know if I can
too.
like describe it that way. I feel like there's layers and layers of dirt on top of me, and I'm like I need a big like sponge bath or something. And I just
know.
like feel really grody, and I get really itchy too.
I get
So,
itchy too.
so any like little tiny thing that I feel like on my face, I'm like touching myself right now, not in that way, but like when I like feel something
I
like
know.
on my arms or my face, I start like scratching it, and I feel like
Oh,
I'm like
no,
on
it's
meth
like
or
meth.
something.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm like so fixated on it because people are like, "Oh, your back hurts" or whatever, but I'm like. I can't do that because I start focusing on
Me
the pain.
too.
I start focusing on the irritation, and then I start being really mean to myself, and I don't like doing that.
Yeah, some people like smoke weed to like ease their like back pain or something. And
Yeah.
I'm like, if I have like period cramps or something and I try to smoke, it makes it worse.
Yeah, like I feel like the like angel on my shoulder and the devil on my shoulder, like the devil just keeps talking to me.
Devil's
That's why they call
lettuce.
it the devil's lettuce.
I do
but
that
like
too.
devil Kale is like you're nothing. You're not amounting to anything in your life. No one likes you. And
Yeah.
the angel Kale's like, I guess they might be right. I'm just like, I'm not doing this anymore. I've never eaten an edible before. I'm just like kind of scared of weed at this point in my life. And I don't even know if like I would smoke weed with you, Sid. Like I wouldn't want you to
No.
think that I was weird.
Same. I don't smoke weed. Like, it takes me a lot to smoke weed with anybody. It's just like,
I don't want someone to see me that way because, like, I remember when I used to smoke weed, I would just like see someone like do something, and I would just be like, "Do they normally do it that
Yes,
way?"
that's
I would
what-
start, like,
that's what I do.
overanalyzing it, and then I would be like, "Ooh, I don't like that," and I didn't
mean-
like thinking about that way. Like,
same, or thinking about people that way.
Exactly,
I would
that's what I
start
meant to say.
Yeah, I would start to like see mannerisms or something. Well, I mean, I still do. I see like someone do like a man like it. I don't even know what it is. It's just like some way they said something or like a way they
Exactly.
look after they say
yes,
something.
and I'm like, you have like a hidden agenda
Yes.
or something.
Yes, and then I
Everyone's
start
a
getting
spy.
paranoid, and then I'm like, wait, I would rather, even if they are, Like, I would
And then
rather
I'm
not
like,
know.
am I doing that?
Yeah,
Like,
and I don't think I am. So I'm like,
Well, I'm normal. I'm
I
perfect.
mean, I'm perfect. Yeah, like
even though I'm like saying that I'm being really weird, but
no, but yeah, anytime I've like smoked weed with like somebody I'm not super close with, that's what I've noticed, and I've been like, oh God, like, and then I can't unsee them.
yeah.
Like that.
But when I did smoke weed,
Yeah.
that was like back. I first started smoking weed when I was like 12 or 13 years old. But one of my like weirdest moments that I had was I was hanging out with these like two. I guess you could like this is weird, but like like quote unquote popular girls that I just was like wanted to be friends with, and I had to like lie to my parents because they were so strict and like didn't ever let me do anything, and I was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the mall with Emma and Chloe. And so we definitely did not go to the mall, and we end up like going to some random guy's house, like smoking weed in a garage, and it's like just the four of us, like some guy, Emma, Chloe, me, and we're all smoking 3 blunts. And they're just passing them in rotation, and the garage is down. I'm like, we're gonna self-asphyxiate or something. Like, I'm gonna suffocate and die. We open the garage. I am so high, I can't see anything. I don't know what is up and what is down, like what time it is, whatever. And as soon as we open the garage, this random girl pulls up in this like Toyota Honda Accord.
Like a girl you didn't know.
I had no idea who she was, and I was like, oh, cool. I guess they like invited friends over. And then 2 guys come out of the car. And I was like, the energy feels like it shifted.
Something shifted.
Something, I don't mean to be an empath, but something happened.
As
and
an empath, I can tell that these people are not happy.
they are not happy. And then this girl just goes, who the fuck is And I was
We'll
like,
bleep her name out.
Yeah. I was like, I said, certainly not me if you're talking that way. And then we just didn't say anything because we're all so fucking high. And then basically this girl just goes on this tangent about how one of the girls has like had sex with her boyfriend, and we're trying to like calm everything down, like, hey, it's not that big of a deal. She ends up like driving away like very angry, and we're like, what was that? So we went to the community pool. Now we're at the community pool, and we have more blunts, and it's just me, Chloe, and Emma. We're all smoking. None other than this girl shows up again with the same 2 guys.
She just did a lap.
She had to cool off for a little bit to realize that she was actually still pissed off.
Yeah,
She comes up like, and it's basically, it feels like in slow motion because I was just dumb at this point. And she like pulls Chloe and just starts beating her ass, like punching her,
so
like
Florida,
like ripping her hair, just calling her a bitch the whole time. Me and Emma are just like with our mouths like slightly open, just like, I didn't move, and this girl just beats Chloe's ass and then leaves, and Chloe was just like, why didn't y'all do anything? And we just go,
yeah, I would be like this too. I'd be like, fuck you guys.
I know, but I was 14. I didn't really know what's going on, and I was just so
and you're
high.
probably just like paralyzed.
And I'm like I'm a kid, like I think that I'm this grown ass woman, but I'm really not. And like I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, I don't really know what to do, And I was just like, okay, whatever. The police come. They know we're high. We have to fill out these like reports and shit. Then I get a call from my mom. My mom's like, hey, I'm coming to the mall where you guys are at. Where are you? And I'm like, oh, like we're at Claire's. And she's like, oh, really? I'm right by Claire's. 14. I'm like, get my ears pierced.
Getting my clit pierced.
Getting my belly button, clit, ears, frontal lobe, and a lobotomy at Claire's. So I was just like, oh yeah, Mom, we're at Claire's. And she was like, oh, that's really funny because I'm right outside of Claire's. And
She wasn't, though. She probably wasn't.
I don't know to this day. She's very
my parents
secretive.
Used to do that, yeah.
And so I was just like,
well,
we actually went to the bathroom. We're actually at the bathroom now, so I don't really know.
Catch me if you can.
Exactly. I'll leave a breadcrumb trail for you, bitch.
Like,
And so-
Mom, I lost service.
and then I like pretend to like I literally did that.
That's
I
what I
like
used to
pretend to
do.
like hang up. We go over to this random guy's house who lives with his grandma. My mom calls me again. My phone is blowing up. And I am in this guy's grandma's house yelling at my mom on the phone while the grandma's just sitting in this lazy boy like, who the fuck is this bitch in my house?
Grandma's high as fuck too. Grandma doesn't care.
Everyone's high. It's just like one of those like stoner comedy movies, like Dude, Where's My Car? Like everyone's fucking stoned.
But your mom's looking for her kid.
Exactly. And so my mom was like, finally found out that I was definitely not at the mall and not at Claire's getting my clit pierced, and was just like the gritted teeth, like, you need to get home right now. So I was in very much a lot of trouble, and then I had to go to court.
For the fight. Stop. God damn.
So yeah, that is in a nutshell.
She had a rocky relationship. Me
Mhm.
too.
I just used to be like high all the time, you know? And then I would come home from high school. I would eat 7 bowls of cereal and I would watch Flapjack.
Yeah, I just like I never had that era. Like I never had like I never got like if I like I would be mean to myself when I smoked too.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't really get munchies.
Even at a young age.
Yeah, I wouldn't get munchies. I would just be like like food would gross me out almost.
Oh, it became a personality trait on my part. I was listening to like reggae.
Like Sublime.
Yes,
You're like on the beach.
it was
drinking
very-
a Four Loko.
It was very problematic. It was extremely problematic.
I mean, I know it's problematic in people I know at this age. Like,
yeah.
sometimes I'm like, oh, that's cool that like you're 30 something still smoking weed, but then
So
I
cool.
start to see it. Yeah, I'm like, I want to be that cool, and then I try, and I'm like, fuck. This just makes me. I understand why people have anxiety.
I just
now.
hang around a bunch of people that smoke weed now. Like,
Yeah.
all my roommates that I've had have always smoked weed, like smoked joints in the house, whatever. And I'm just like really used to it. At first, like I did not like it, and I was just like, oh, this smells like shit. But then I just like kind of got used to it, and I was like, this is kind of comforting now. And
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't bother me. I would
yeah.
rather someone smoke weed in my house than incense. I hate incense.
Oh, we have both at our house right now.
Oh, I don't like incense.
You don't? They smell so good.
No, they make me so nauseous. I don't know what
even
it
like
is.
Nog Champa or whatever.
It's what's it called? Patchouli.
Oh, patchouli's too strong. I don't
Or
like
if someone wears patchouli.
I don't like
Oh,
sage.
that should be one of my whatever you call it.
What our
Scream.
segment.
Yeah, speaking of.
Speaking of, how about we move on to one of
Yeah.
our segments? That was our topic
yeah,
today.
so if anyone has any advice on how to smoke weed, how to consume weed,
I'm
without-
gonna say something really quick.
Say
That
it.
was really hard to not go off on like all of the weed stories that I have because like
Oh,
I was hanging out with this guy Chicken and he was picking me up at 3 a.m. We would go smoke at Greyhawk Landing in the model homes. Like
I know.
there's so many things that we could talk about. So,
Yeah,
the
same.
Florida Project.
Literally the Florida Project,
Smoking
but
out of Dr. Pepper cans.
I know it's so hard to condense it down to like a summary of like a relationship with weed.
I
Same
guess
with like
you're-
my relationships.
Yeah, I guess you're wondering how I got here.
Guess you're wondering. I have to tell you every detail of the story so you know the whole picture.
No, well, now I'm getting excited because now I'm thinking about our segments and now it's time to release some steam.
Some tension.
All right. Well, every week we are doing our segments, which leads to last week we kind of had like subgenres. We're kind of going back to our roots now, which is every week we'll do our segments. It is 3 reasons to scream. And then 3 honorable mentions.
Yeah, so every week we'll kind of give you, if this is your first time listening, if you're a regular, welcome back.
Are you a regular here?
You're a regular here. So every week we'll say like 3 things that were like
You come
that
here
was
often?
that like were great things that we liked or that we appreciated that week, and then 3 things that were like we could do without that week.
Are you ready to rumble?
Yeah,
Sid?
you go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, I want you to go first.
Oh, that's very sweet. Okay, well, let's start off with my 3 reasons to scream. I think that I might build, like, I think I might get, like, okay, this is, like, a little irritating, and then the last one I might just go off. But
Oh, yeah.
who knows? I'll keep you on your toes. Number 1, let's start off. Right off the bat, people who hate on McDonald's. I think it's very pick-me energy for people to be like, all right.
It is pick me energy.
It's super pick-me energy for them to be like, I'm talking about like, yeah, me and my friend Jen, like went and had McDonald's, and they're like, that is
Ew.
so bad for you. Like,
It's like,
oh
shut up,
my
bitch. I just saw
God.
you do like 5 bumps of ketamine
You
yesterday.
eat ass, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you were in a K-hole last night at Holo. Like,
God.
what? Are you... It doesn't make any sense. It's like, people pick and choose what they want to, like, think is gross. And
Yeah.
it's like, McDonald's has been around for ages, hundreds and hundreds
It's
of
not
years.
any better than anything.
Exactly. Like, you smoke American spirits. Come on. So people who hate on McDonald's, that just, like, that makes me really irritated. Y'all don't need to be haters. Listen, McDonald's is fucking good, and some people just really enjoy eating it as a comfort thing. And then my second reason to scream is improper bathroom users. I fucking...
What does that mean?
So basic. Okay, let me expand on that.
You and your bathroom.
Okay.
God.
Oh, God. Okay, so unfortunately, yes, I do talk about potty talk a lot, but it's important to me for, like, okay, so, oh my God, there's so many things that I could say about this.
Yeah,
but-
summarize it.
Okay, so I work in the service industry. We have a public restroom. People who use the restroom, that bathroom gets ran through, but it's very ran through, and it's very beautiful inside this
It
bathroom.
is. I love that bath. That bathroom is like
It has,
so
like-
comforting.
It really is. It feels like a home.
Yeah.
And we like to maintain
I like to
it.
just like hang out in there sometimes.
Exactly. It has beautiful. There's 2 mirrors that are really great. There's a
It
candle
smells
that
so
smells
good in there. Yeah.
There's like cute tile on the floor.
I'll just sit in there and text when I go visit you at work sometimes.
Exactly.
I'm
There's
like, oh, I gotta go just look at myself in there.
Nice soap. There's always toilet paper stocked. But when people come through to the bathroom, they see this beautiful restroom and they just want to pee-pee all over the toilet. They want to leave the lid up. They want to blow the toilet out.
Ew.
And it's like when you, okay, I get it. Everybody poops. But if you're making like, you know, like a trail.
So basically when people leave a mess in the bathroom.
Okay, are you just trying to cut me off at this point? Yeah, so when people leave a mess in the bathroom.
Like, I don't want to know. I'm gonna gag.
Okay, so I'm
I'm like,
you're like, let me talk about it. But no, when yeah, exactly. When people leave the bathroom in disarray, it just pisses me off. I'm just like, if you need to look back on the toilet when you're done, wipe the seat,
just common decency.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
And like,
agree.
if you are shedding your hair all over the sink and the sink is wet and it gets stuck to the sink.
Ew, well, that's
Take-
gross. Yeah.
Take the hair off the sink. Come on. If your paper towel misses the trash, can't pick it up.
Yeah.
You're just making other people's jobs harder. Okay, so yes, that is my reason to scream.
You are so passionate about bathroom use.
Uh,
I don't know what happened to you as a child.
I've been working in the service industry, Sid. I have to talk about bathroom use because I've had to clean up so much shit in my life. Anyway, so
What's your third reason?
My third reason is, okay, so recently I had a little breakout on like the bottom of my chin, and like also not to brag, but I have like very nice skin.
Yeah.
So I had this like huge breakout underneath my chin, and I have those like pimple patches that are in the shape of like stars or clouds or hearts or whatever. They're like very much meant to be used like out in public, so they just like look cute or whatever. And I was at my job, and it was like 7 a.m. I have one of those pimple patches on. One of my first customers looks at me, looks at my chin, and goes, "What is that?" and I go, "What is what?" I don't have a mask on. I'm like, "What is what?" And he's like, points at, he's like, "That thing on your chin." It's not funny. It's not funny because and I was like, it's an acne patch. And he goes, "Yeah, I was a little concerned for a second." I was like, "You woke up and chose violence today. Why?" I was like, I was like, "You're obviously very straight and have not been in a relationship in a while." I was like, "Okay," I had to go villain mode on him because he hurt my feelings.
Stop.
I was like,
hurt people.
I was like, "Okay." And he was just like, "Yeah, I was just wondering what that was." And I was like, "Okay, next."
You're like, you're not allowed to ask.
You're not allowed to ask. But throughout the day, so many men, Sid, were looking at me and going, "What's that thing on your chin?" It was like I would have rather had the pimple showing.
Because they wouldn't have asked.
No one would have said anything because it wouldn't have been so foreign to them.
But that's also, Okay, so, like, not to discredit that annoyed you, but also, like...
You are trying to discredit.
No, imagine if you had something on your face, and then you go to the bathroom, like, you were with someone all day, and they didn't tell you.
In the shape of a heart. If someone has a sticker on them.
Did they think it was a sticker?
I don't know, but
That's
like
funny.
I don't comment on people's faces unless they have like a booger or like something in their teeth, you know? Like
Yeah.
other than that, like it's a tricky territory to like, you know, go off on, but like I got so many comments from so many men throughout the day, and I just started blowing up on all my coworkers, and I was like, why do people keep commenting on my, like, pimple patch, whatever?
That is
I'm allowed to wear this.
funny.
Until one really nice guy looks at me, and he goes, oh, is that a little heart? And then I go, yeah. And he was like, it's very cute. And, you know, I had a crush on him immediately after
I know.
that. He's been getting free coffee ever since.
Damn it.
And he was like, oh, why am I getting free coffee? I said, you gave me attention.
That's all I need.
That's all I need.
Easy, please.
The bar is very low.
The bar is so fucking low right now.
So that is my reason to scream. Stop commenting on my pimple patch. Because I have a pimple one time, and I try to get rid of it, and everyone's like, what's that? Shut up. Leave me the fuck alone. What's that on your face?
They're like, hey, you got some.
Another person said, looks like one of those, like, when men have something in their beard, you know, it's like food stuck in there. I said, are you kidding me? Everyone needs to stop being so honest with me. What are your 3 reasons to scream?
Oh my god. What are mine? My first one is my gym's hours.
Your
That's something I've really...
You're on your fitness, girl.
God, I've been so pissed off, like, all year.
You're paying way too much for that gym membership.
Yeah, I go to fucking Equinox, and they close at 8 o'clock. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no. That's like...
Most people don't get off... Like, I feel like if I were to go into work, most people don't get off work till, like, 6:30 or 7.
Yeah, and you'd have to, like... I want to eat before I go to the gym, so I'm like, you gotta scarf some food down, and then...
My biggest problem with it is that Sweetgreen closes at the same time. So I'm like, I either have to I like to eat after the gym. So, like, I'm like, fuck.
Mhm.
I like to also go to the gym and shower. I like to have a whole spa experience there.
Because you're at Equinox.
And then I'm like, well, fuck, by the time I do that, I gotta start doing that at 3:30 in the afternoon because they close so early, and then Sweetgreen's closed.
Damn, I wish Blink had a spa.
God. So my number one is my gym having shitty hours.
Yeah,
I'm
you're like,
pissed. It's the only gym in my neighborhood.
Extend them.
Yeah, God, it should be 24 hours. It's
Yes.
fucked up. My second one is why is my shit fit? I'm on my fitness grind right now.
You are. You're on your fitness
What the
journey.
hell?
So am I. It's okay. I haven't talked about my
Actually,
calorie
I'm not even
deficit
gonna.
yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say pre-workout because I had like a heart attack from taking too much
Okay,
pre-workout.
that's too much
I'm not. It's
fitness.
too much. So you
You're
know what
promoting.
exactly. I sound like a fucking fitness influencer.
Yeah, you do.
So instead, I'm gonna say
Sid fit.
overhead lighting.
Overhead lighting. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
I actually have always hated overhead
Let
lighting.
me yeah.
Thanks.
That's
a
fuck
reason that-
overhead lighting. Yeah, exactly. Turn it off.
Yeah, any overhead lighting. I go into a room and feel like I'm in a school cafeteria, and I've always been like that. My mom hates overhead lighting.
Yeah.
It's a what
My
do you call
mom
it? Generational.
loves it.
Really?
I'm like, Jen, turn that off. I'm like
Yeah.
squinting, like, so damn bright in here.
God, I hate it. Like, I would rather it be pitch black and go full Helen
And
Keller. I'm like, let me feel around for my fucking wallet or something. And then
Got a candlestick.
my third one is MGK. Not to bring him up again. I've already brought him up in
You
the
are
first.
so obsessed with him.
No, I saw a bunch of videos on him. He's very problematic.
Is he
And
really?
Yes, he's horrible. And so I'm like,
Megan, what are you doing?
yeah, you know how I was with Britney Spears at the conservatorship? I'm
Yeah,
telling
yeah.
everybody MGK is my next victim, but in
Okay.
a bad light. Not
Yeah.
I was team Britney. This time I'm anti MGK. I'm like,
You haven't told me any of this
I
yet.
know.
This is all new information
I know.
to me.
I spiraled like 2 days ago. And
Okay.
I was like, oh well.
All right. Well, you'll
Um,
catch me up.
Yeah, I'll tell you later. But if y'all are listening, go look up MGK.
Mm-hmm.
Go look up Alice Glass on Twitter, and then look at the videos she posted at MGK. He's just like
Alice Glass from Crystal Castles?
Yeah, MGK's fucking nasty.
What is the pipeline?
I don't know, but she's calling him out, and then her calling him out. I was like, oh, I'm listening. He's like,
Okay.
he's, like, saying stuff about, like, statutory rape. He's, like, fetishizing a lot of black women. He's just being nasty, and he's on video saying it.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, so he's my reason to scream. I was like, fuck MGK. I already knew I hated MGK,
Yeah.
but, like, it was
Next.
validating to have a reason to hate him.
You're dumbass.
Yeah, so
Not
what are
your
my dumbass, I didn't know. I'm like, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
What's your third one?
That was it.
That was it?
Yeah, first one was gym hours, second was overhead lighting, and then
Oh,
MGK.
I am listening to you, I promise. I got confused with the one that you
MGK is like overhead
86'd.
lighting.
MGK, you annoy me like overhead lighting.
God, I see him, I'm like, he's so pale.
Okay, then let's move on to the honorable mention.
Yes.
Let's move on to our
Honorable mention.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. What makes us feel good? How about you go first?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, I want you to talk about what makes you happy.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so my first one is gonna be, what is my first
What's my first
What's
one?
my first one? My first one, okay, I already gave a little spoiler earlier, but
Okay.
definitely the animal documentary is really,
Oh, so sweet.
I don't know, they're really fascinating. I love them.
You're just an animal lover, girl.
No, I love learning about them. I'm like, give me all of them. I could watch them for hours.
What
So
facts can I learn?
I was
today?
like, I can't go outside. I mean, I can, but it's dark
Huh?
out. When it's dark out, I'm
okay.
like, okay, I can't go watch like the birds or the rats.
What?
Okay, at nighttime I like to watch animal documentaries, so that's been getting me through the week.
Perfect. What's your second one?
The second one is gonna be like physical photos, like obviously Polaroids, but then I think also just getting like your film developed and not getting it sent through like
It
a
is-
WeTransfer
yeah.
file, getting it sent like going to pick up actual
Yeah.
prints of film is so great.
It is the best feeling.
Yeah, and it's also I love looking back on it. Like I forget that they exist, especially when I
Aw.
like don't open the physical file, like when I scan shit or I mean the digital file when I just scan stuff in and then like I forget that I have like those photos. I love
Yeah.
physical photo
That
prints.
is so wholesome.
I know, I'm very wholesome this week.
I know, wow.
Oh my god! And my other, literally
my
my third
God.
one was gonna be. I don't know what's happening.
Where's your chastity belt?
Literally, my third one is sleepovers that like aren't like sexual because usually.
Oh, my
all-
God,
I
love
know
that
I'm really
one.
wholesome this week.
I was trying to have one with you this week.
I know, I'm so sorry.
I know, you
I
were
was
busy
so tired.
grinding.
Yeah. But I think like not just like a hookup kind of thing. I just think like having sleepovers is so fun.
It is. It's like watching a movie, eating some popcorn.
Watching an animal documentary.
Me and William have been trying to like do like a once a week sort of sleepover thing.
Yeah.
And the last time we watched like Lord of the Rings, all 3 of 4. I don't know.
It's so
how-
fun.
It's so fun. Got a pizza,
It's
drink some wine.
wholesome. Yeah, it's nice. So I think like just even like platonic sleepovers, whatever, even if it's like someone you're hooking up with, whatever, but it's just like nice.
If we're not touching and we're just sleeping next to each other, like I really
and
love
watching
that.
movies. Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
nice.
It's very intimate, like in a super sweet, wholesome way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I had a couple sleepovers this weekend. I was like, damn, this is nice. And then I was watching animal documentaries. I was just
You were living your best damn life.
after I blacked out on Saturday.
Exactly. You needed to
It's
repent.
called balance, baby.
Exactly.
What are your 3 honorable mentions?
Okay, well, my first honorable mention, I don't know if I said this in the first episode, but routines. Did I say that?
No,
I
I don't.
feel like I feel like I
don't
just
know.
talk about routines a lot.
I know. I
and-
was gonna say that and Gowanus. I feel like.
So I'm like, okay, so we all know just every episode, Gowanus is just going to be an honorable
That's just
mention
a
across the
staple,
board.
yeah.
But routines, I just talk about them. I think I just talk about them a lot in my daily life because people are just constantly being like, what'd you do on this day? What'd you do on that
You're
day?
like, well, if it was Tuesday,
What-
this is
exactly. So like my Aunt Margaret, I am like 70 years old. I'm like, okay, on Thursdays I go here and I get this like breakfast item and I get an espresso and then I go to work and then on Sundays I go and get my coffee at like a very specific place and then I go and eat by myself and then on Mondays I go here and like I do all these things in routine to like find familiarity. Like I think we're all pretty much like creatures of habit and I do like to do things like out of the ordinary, but like I do like the grounding aspect of having routines because when I first moved here, I was just like so like whirlwind. There was so much like commotion and like things going on that I just really needed to find something to like hold on to, and routines were definitely that thing. And And I think that it's just like being nice to myself, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's an honorable mention. Like taking care of myself and making sure that I'm good and have like this like structure. So
Yeah.
routines, big shout out.
That's good.
I like doing it.
Love them.
Number 2, we talked about this a little bit, I think. We said this maybe, but Craigslist.
Craigslist.
Craigslist missed connections. My number 2 is Craigslist missed connections.
I think I've had a couple.
Those are the shit. I love Craigslist. I love that it's still alive and kicking.
Know.
I love looking at the Craigslist missed connections, especially for like New York. I think this day it's like definitely changed over time, like significantly, but I find a lot of like poetic aspects about it. And just like going through them and like seeing like the sexual ones and like people writing about like ex-lovers and like trying to reach out and like find hookups and stuff.
It's so funny.
The array of emotions is just like so entertaining to me because I'm like just tired of doom scrolling. So I'm like, let me go on Craigslist.
Look
and,
for
like,
someone search. Let's see what other people are searching
Yes.
for.
I have a giant folder in my like albums of photos that's just like so like hundreds and hundreds of screenshots.
Misconnections.
And anytime anyone else posts them, I'm like, I'm gonna read them. These are so good.
Yeah. I was about to say, what's your third?
My third is going to be, I don't promote tobacco use, and I'm trying.
The fuck? Is it gonna be hookah or something? What was that disclaimer?
I do not support tobacco smoking. If you're under 18 or under 21,
Or have lung cancer.
I'm not telling you to start smoking cigarettes, but I do have to give a motherfucking shout out to rolled cigarettes. Every now and again, I'll have like a stressful day at work, or like I am a little drunk or whatever, and I never know how to roll my own cigarettes. I always have my friends do them for me, Marcos and Lily. Those are my rolled cigarette friends. But I'll have one, and it'll just be like so lovely. It'll take so much stress off of me, and it's like such a wonderful like social thing. I'll always like have a conversation with someone while I'm smoking one, and it's just like it doesn't feel as harsh as like you know, like a pack of cigarettes or
Yeah.
something. And I think the fact that you have to like, well, not me, work for it just
Yeah.
makes it very rewarding. So that is like one of my favorite things. It's just like smoking a nice, lovely rolled cigarette. I'm like,
Should have been a blunt.
this should have been a fucking packed bowl full of Kush. This should have been in the blueberry yum yum.
Give me that pineapple glued.
This should have been the
glued
sticky
gorilla
icky.
pineapple pussy.
This should have been the Pineapple Express dank coochie goo. This should have been the sticky icky licky.
Bezos balls 3000.
Huh? How high you getting after you smoke this shit?
Shouldn't have smoked that shit. Now I'm in the pirate studio in fucking Ridgewood.
Should have smoked that shit. Now I'm in Bezos' penis rocket.
Oh.
Shouldn't have smoked that shit. Now I'm fucking Mark Zuckerberg in the meta, but now I'm in Florida again. Oh my
That's
god.
funny.
Well, that's it for us.
That's our segment, but
Well-
we got a couple voicemails.
Yeah, we finally
We got some Q&As. We got
Yeah.
some traction going on. We just promoted it yesterday, I think, or the day before, 2 days ago. It's been 48 hours live, but we have a little traction.
People keep telling me I'm gonna leave a voicemail, and they never show
Pussy
up.
bitch, why
Hey.
haven't you done it yet?
Pussy bitch, come on, leave us a voicemail. Tell us something.
Tell us
Come
a
on.
secret. We won't expose you unless you like say your name, like, hey, this is so
No,
and
they
so.
secretly want to be on here. They're like, oh, I hope they picked you.
Oh, please.
Please.
So you guys want to hear it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, so
I'm like,
usually-
I'll answer for them.
So like our ending segment normally would basically be Q&A, I guess. But
Yeah.
these Q&As were really good, so I think we're gonna save them for like a whole ass episode.
Because
and
we could go off.
Yeah, we could
on
go
them.
off and off and off. But we'll play our voicemails for you guys.
Yeah, let's play the voicemail.
So voicemail number 1 is from one of our dear friends. They didn't leave their name. I'm sure he wouldn't mind me giving him a shout out, but let's just call him Michael.
Who we met 15 years ago on Tumblr.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's listen to his voicemail. Here's what he had to say. He was going off of our topic of icks, and so this is, the transcription says my biggest dick, but I think it means my biggest ick.
My biggest ick is living in northwestern Pennsylvania, and everyone's Tinder pictures are that picture in Dumbo, that place in Dumbo with the bridge and the buildings. That's all.
My biggest dick.
My biggest dick.
Dumbo.
I agree.
It's an acronym.
Down under Manhattan Bridge overpass,
Yeah.
aka my home.
My hometown.
I live under. I'm that little troll under the bridge.
You're the rats and the birds that you like to watch in the park.
That's all there is to do in Dumbo. I swear to God.
Oh my God! Thank you, Michael. For,
Thank you,
the
Michael. I
shout-out.
completely agree. If I were to be on Tinder, I'm not.
I'm not.
Just a disclaimer, I'm not. But if I were, when I was, and I saw people post pictures in Dumbo at that on Washington Street, it was also an ick for me.
Yeah.
So
You're like,
amen.
They get really intricate with the poses and
They do it in a hurricane. I've seen someone like, I live right by that photo scene for those of you listening, and I've seen people get carried out from their apartments on stretchers down that street and people still posing in front of it.
do it for the gram.
They're fucking insane.
Influencers in the wild.
Influencers. And then here's another one that we got. We don't have a name for this one, but I have a pretty good idea who it is. But we'll leave them anonymous.
Yeah.
I think they say their name, but it says in the transcription this is Honda. So here you go.
This is Sunanda, and you're listening to Don't Be Fucking Weird. Can I use you guys as one of my emergency contacts? Please let me know.
It sounded like he was crying. It sounded like he needed us right then.
It really did. And then our final one, I'm not sure what this one means, but we'll just play it.
Love you, Kale. Great podcast. Call me Tattoo Boys for life.
Do you think that you would want to be that person's emergency contact?
Yeah.
I think I'd be okay with it.
Why not? I mean, I've had some questionable emergency contacts, I guess.
I think you might be one of mine.
Yeah, now that you live here, I would have you as one of mine.
Yeah.
It used to be JP, and then I had a guy, my ex-boyfriend that I moved in with after 2 weeks. He was my emergency contact
Yeah.
at one point.
That's another love language.
Yeah.
Making someone my emergency contact.
I'm like, my life depends on you now.
Hi, I
bitch.
hope you know that you are responsible for me.
You're
I feel like
good.
you're that person, like, if something, like, you were to DIE and, like, a terrible, like, you know, Final Destination accident, you would be recording it the entire time.
Oh, I swear to God, I would. I have PTSD from the guy trying to stab me a few weeks ago on the
Yeah.
subway,
I can imagine that you would.
and tonight was my second time taking the train over here, and this man was coming at me with wild look in his eyes, and I'm recording the entire thing.
Yeah.
I have it all recorded so you guys could watch it live.
I know, so
You could listen to it on the next podcast.
It's live streaming. Oh my
Oh,
God.
God. That sucks.
Well, I can't wait for episode 4, and I just want to, again, like, give a little shout out to everyone that's been listening and giving feedback and just being like the nicest people ever in the entire world, the sexiest, like, loveliest, and
Literally, you guys are so nice.
I can't get enough of it. Like, I can never have enough. And when I get, like, DMs about people,
Never enough attention.
we got a really nice compliment of one of my friends saying that, what was it exactly? Y'all gotta have the sexiest voices in all of podcasting. Thank you, Brandon.
That's all. That honestly, I could quit right now.
He said, I want to flirt with both of y'all, but like at the same time. But just keep saying stuff because it means a lot. And it like literally just motivates us to keep going. And the shit is fun, even though it is a lot of work. But
Yeah, and even if like you're just having a bad day, like tell us about it.
you can talk to us.
It's an open line.
This is a safe space.
This is a safe space. You can come in anonymously.
Speaking of safe spaces, I think that I want to go home now.
Yeah, me too.
I'm so tired.
I'm Ubering.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm taking the train. The duality of women.
They're inside you. There are two wolves.
Thank you all for listening. Let's give them a little kiss.
Yeah, thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
All right, we will see you all next week on Don't Be Fucking Weird.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Miss you already.
Smoke weed every day.
Wait, hold on. Let me end.
Yeah.
Smoke weed every
Smoke
day.
weed. Smoke
Because
weed
I got
every
high.
day.
Because I got high. La da 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 da.
Yo.
All right, turn my mic up.
Are my eyes red right now?
Bro, do you think your
Damn.
mom can tell that I'm so
You got any
high?
eye drops?
No, they hurt your
Oh,
eyes.
fuck. I'm hungry.
Oh my god, I feel so crazy.
Whoa.
Did I just
Is
think
this
that?
sativa or indica?
Did I say that out loud or did I just think that?
God damn.
Oh, I think someone's here.
Where?
Oh.
I thought you were at the door.
No, I was being, like,
Oh,
I'm being
that's
silly,
funny.
like, paranoid
Yeah.
weed person.
The cops.
The cops are here. Whoa. The police.
We gotta go.
You see the police, Warner Brother. Good night.
Don't be
Good
fucking
night.
weird.
Good night. Goodbye.
Don't be fucking weird. Don't be fucking